Yeah, gets a nice pick off with that ult. As we see Hot Potato, nice freeze on the Magic, trying to stay alive. Is being run the fuck down, though, by this Magic. And then solo ulted by the Jeff is crazy work. We are back on our casting call today. Yup. The wonderful Kale is gonna be joining us for some guest casting. So I'm not gonna be alone today. Woohoo! She's all up in this backline.
She is indeed.
The Loki lamp is dropped to try and help. And already they got really good position. Magic goes in on the cloak, gets a really nice combo. One shots the cloak, and that's them gone. They're down to one healer on this Loki. He's trying to survive for their life, and is actually doing a pretty good job somehow. And then eventually gets taken out by the Magic. Yeah, and I think Wanda was maybe lucky and then just got caught out. And here goes the Psylocke ult over the top. Does get the Hello, with the Hello gets a pick off just before though. So it is a 1-for-1 trade. Is that going to be enough? There's quite a few ults on the board. You've got a Loki ult ready if Yuskov wants to use it. There goes the Emerald. Tried to ping them all and does get all of them actually corralled into this corner with the Magic over the top, just finishing people off. And the attack side looking really good.
Huge Emma ult, pushing all defensive back to the line, and Star-Lord is loving this. He's loving every minute of this. He's right there at the front, enjoying everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the Emma securing this point. Very excited. The Star-Lord's got a lot of energy. I love it.
Just a quick interruption to say, if you're enjoying the video, I'm going to be doing this live on stream every Tuesday. So you can submit your own games, and I will live cast it on stream for you. So if you want to submit your games, the details will be down below in the description and the link to the Discord to post it in. And I will also be getting some guest casters in to do some duo casting live on stream as well. So come and join us live. It's super fun. The community is really nice, and I'd love to have you, and I'd love to get a chance to check out your gameplay. So you might as well do the subscribe thing while you're here as well. But enjoy the rest of the video. I do think this can be quite a good Jeff point between 2 and 3 because of the long sight lines. So you can get a lot of healing work in here. But this Magic is absolutely going to town on this backline and making it so tough. Just swinging. Honestly, not even doing any like complicated combos or anything. Just swinging in there.
No, we're just taking space, showing that aggression, showing that confidence. It's full of confidence here.
The Star-Lord
right there.
Yeah. That gets taken out. Loki's still holding on to this ult, though. I feel like they've had this for, like, the entire time. As Hot Potato gets a nice pick off there with a clap. Trying to keep the Emma alive, but doesn't manage it. It's now Magic for Magic. I think there's a swap there. So it's a 1-for-1 with Hot Potato just pulling back a little bit to keep everyone alive as the Magic goes diving in the front again with the help of this thing. In the back, sorry.
Got ult stacking up here for defense, looking for some last minute. Let's save the point. Let's capture this.
And there goes the Dark Child.
There we go, and it's coming in hot, as I said it.
But focusing on the clone does get a pick off on the thing. Everyone's really low. This could be a mega ult. That's a nice slam, though, from the Emma to try and stall that out. They're still really low. The Emma goes down, and here goes Salvani on the other side with the other Magic ult. Manages to finish off their counterpart. He's probably going to look to dive in the backline here with these little wide arc swings. There's the maximum pulse. I guess looking for the mag question? No, looking for the Magic, but obviously missed in the Jeff to keep them topped up. The Loki turning into the Magic to try and get another Dark Child off, but it gets instantly taken down for the attackers.
Bold ultimate copy there.
Yeah. And from Yuskov as well, copying the Star-Lord and looking for his Star-Lord ult here, I'm sure. And there we go, but can't really see anyone, so it's a bit of a...
consistent ultimates for DPS for both sides for the Loki. Not really seeing that a lot of times. Usually one of the two are going to be looking for some sort of support, some sort of C&D, some sort of stability. But we're going with all the damage, all the confidence from both ends, and I'm kind of here for it.
I don't mind the DPS copying necessarily in some circumstances, but I feel like,
obviously we saw that not really work out on either ends as much as we would have liked it to from either side. So it goes to show that maybe that's not the pick we should go for. But either way, both teams holding their own here.
Nice pick up from the Scarlet Witch, using the ult to finish off that Emma, and we've got another Jeff ult ready to go. And how versatile his ult is, and especially when they're playing something like a Magic, I feel like the bubble can just do so much work as these divers go in the back line. As we see Star-Lord going over the top with the ult, but the lamp is down and playing around that pillar really nicely, actually, just to try and stay alive for as long as possible. And it's actually going to cost the Star-Lord their life.
Beautiful E around that bend. Beautiful E on that. We do have a pick coming in from Scar. Not going to let that go any further.
And let's see if the Loki decides to copy another DPS ult here, as they are holding it onto it. The Scarlet Witch gets another pick to stall out this attack push, and here we go. Gonna go for the Luna. Not popping the ult yet. You're gonna have to do it now. There we go. And there's the Dark Child on the flip side from Kos. Not gonna be able to burn through this Luna ult, I don't think so. Bit of a weird choice to burn the ultimate going for that Luna, but does bow out. Gonna try and finish off the Emma, but the Emma does get the ult off. Really nice lamp to keep the Emma up with the ultimate going.
Shows you how important positioning is in this game as well. Patrick takes a little bit of that back end damage and goes a little bit towards the back line away from that Luna ult for her ultimate itself. Could have been some more damage there. Spider-Man on the board. I see you.
Yeah, gets a nice pick off with that ult as we see Hobitato. Nice freeze on the magic. Trying to stay alive. Is being run the fuck down though by this magic, and then solo ulted by the Jeff is crazy work. There's not much more you can do in that situation, unfortunately.
No, poor Luna.
But a really nice hold to only let them have 2 points in the end after a couple of really quick early pushes. Not sure that's going to work out for you, son. But as they push in now, Hot Potato Cake gets a really nice pick off, though, on the mag, and we trade 1-for-1 Monster Ultra again. Picking off that Star-Lord as he tries to get into the back line and making his life really difficult to get these to get this damage down for them. We see Kos on site.
Rather effective as well for our Loki in front line. We're gonna have to get some positioning here going in, take down this brute. Luna ult coming through, saving the name thing, going low, and he's down. Bucky taking that down again.
Oh, what a freeze!
W freeze on the freaking Scar.
That could have been so dangerous. And Yuskov's still holding this this ult as Jeff goes in. They finally go for it. He goes for the mag of all things, which is, well, I mean, it's going to work out, but that is a crazy choice. As Jeff puts everybody in the back corner and using your cooldowns, and then he can just jump straight back in afterwards. Nice try from Monster Ultra on the ult there. Doesn't quite get it and does get picked off. So that attack is going to be a little more difficult now as we go 1-for-1, then 2-for-1 with the mag going down straight away. Jeff is trying to build up this ult. This Cloak is nearly there. If Cloak can keep alive, but they can't. They could have ulted on site. As we do see the Namor switch, but not on the team with the Hulk. Oh, they switched off Hulk now. So a little bit of a mismatching here as we go armed and dangerous with Big Brune. Gets one. Can he get another pick off? The Namor does go into bubble and stops that any further resets, but have pushed the attackers back, and this is a really hard point for them to push in on.
Absolutely, and both teams, I feel, are still trying to find their footing. They're playing in a couple of different switches. They're testing some things out. They're leaning a little bit back and forth. I mean, attack has almost captured the point a couple of times, but defense wasn't letting that happen. It's definitely even matchup. We're to see if any swaps come in here that make or break and really lean towards either way.
Yeah, and I feel like that Cloak ult was just a little bit short because, you know, they were trying to walk them in on site, but then the last one wasn't even on site. So then you're kind of stuck and you can't really, you can't really walk it in. With a lot of ults though to work with on the defender side. And a nice pick from Brune on the mag. That's going to make it really tough as we see Loki. I cannot get them. There we go. Loki did switch into Luna again to hold this site for the defenders, and that's just a really good hold. It looks like we're going back to Clintar, but the other one.
MVP Spider-Man? All right, I'm excited.
So this is the new Celestial Husk Domination map that came in Season 3. As we start to get the heroes locked in after the bans, we've got a BP Squirrel Girl ban and the Wolverine BP on the flip side. And we're going to be running into the Spider-Man Venom. Although that team up is not there anymore, it's still a very good dive duo with a Thor as well. This is going to just be a mega dive comp.
Oh, and so, yeah, they're running terrifying.
They're running a double flyer here with the Johnny Iron Man, but this is where the Spider-Man could really put in a lot of work.
Thrive.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times when we see this Johnny, and a lot of the problems I have in the games is they're pocketed so hard that traditional hit scan counters just don't work because you can't output the damage before they get healed. when they're being pocketed so hard. But Spider-Man with the burst combo can kill them off before that happens. But not on site. They're playing off site, which means Red have first control, and they're building up the percentage nicely.
A little bit of just poke damage here from our blue team is all we need to see. Just a little bit of poke, a little bit of this, and hopefully a pick for entry that we can use to get that momentum going and take every point. We're pushing it a little bit more, taking some more space here. Penny looking for some space. Everyone putting some pressure on the healing for sure.
She's kind of out on her own, though. The rocket ult does help keep her up as the Thor gets finally taken out with a nice Penny stun. And she's kind of just holding her own with no Ness here. There goes the invis drop on the other side. Is also just getting popped left, right, and center. We've got the Phoenix ult coming out. Loki as well.
Advantage with this ult up after the red team is coming down, taking that point.
I think this is something worth noting that is not often talked about. People just do, but I feel like I haven't heard anyone talk about it properly. It's most of the time in a support situation, unless you need to initiate with an ult, like a cloak and dagger ult to walk up, it's almost always better to ult second if you're mimicking the same ultimate, because you're going to be able to sustain for longer. Yeah, obviously depends, you know, the which ult to which ult, I think, for sure, but we see Spider-Man getting a nice pick. Twiggy as well gets another one. And it looks like the blue team are going to be able to push in here with... Honestly, this Penny is causing so many issues and just never going down. 100%. They seem to be immortal on this point. And we see Thor ult over the top of the invis, but the invis drop on the other side is going to protect them for now. And they're probably going to look a little bit better as they went second, as we just talked about. The Thor is trying to get on top. The nest goes down. The rocket straight afterwards as well to keep them on this point. They get the pick off on the Venom, and that's going to look really good for the blue team. I think they're going to be able to go all the way with this. The Phoenix does try to go down, but Rocket finishes it off before she actually slams down onto the ground. So completely wasted Phoenix ult, and that's going to be a back out completely from the red team here. A good pick off. The Spider-Man gets a little bit greedy, but it's a good percentage for the blue. This is probably going to get to 99 before the Reds start to try and make their fight here. Especially with the Phoenix going down again. This is what we've been
seeing and what we've been saying with Penny and why she is so good when we look at a defensive side, even on a convoy map where like Penny is because she is maintaining this point and she is holding it down and not giving it up. The awareness of this and the post up that she has, she is taking space even forward towards the enemy team spawn. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, good Penny on particular maps is just soul destroying to try and play into. It looks like she's finally going to go down. She stays alive. The healers are keeping her up. And God knows how. She's on like 100 HP. She finally goes down to the overwhelming damage. And that's a big pick that they needed. As Posh Dave on the Thor gets what he came for. It's OT 99 for the blue team. Red have to keep this. They have to maintain. Rao here on the Spider-Man with an ult. Probably looking for the backline. Nice swing in. Misses the uppercut a little bit. But the rest of the team on site can hold it. And they do turn it in their favor for this last bit of percentage. Nice little pull through that wall somehow. As the Venom gets a pick off on the opposite Spider-Man in the meantime.
More is looking to come up. I think Rocket's queuing up as well. We have a lot of ultimates here going into this final point.
Oh, Spider-Man diff. Oh, blue are just popping absolutely everything. God of Thunder from the red team as the Supernova's going over the top. There goes the Invis ult down as well. They've used the Namor flop, and here goes the Venom. Trying to find a kill, but it doesn't look like he's going to get anyone. Does actually get a lot of people in it, though. Huge amount of damage. Does finish off the Penny. And Spider-Man gets one each on either side as we see the AH4D. I don't know what name to call them. They are still getting these pickups, which is kind of keeping them in this game, to be perfectly honest. And somehow surviving finally goes down. And it's actually the red team question mark that get that? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, and Ongs could prove rather helpful for that.
Ooh!
That's
crazy ult from the Spidey. Yeah, huge 3-man ult.
That's going to be blue team point with both their supports going down to that ultimate. I'm not seeing here a capture coming in. Yep, and the rest are going to follow here shortly. Blue team coming in strong.
The Venom trying to get onto that Invis. Doesn't quite get the kill, though. And the Moon over the top. Can he get any kills with that? Doesn't look like it, but it does put a lot of health pressure on. So they do have to back out. And this Penny is just playing around this tree, and no one can touch her. She's like immortal on this point.
She owns it. Yeah.
As you see the Lunar Orc going off as Spider-Man in the backside, getting a double, getting a triple. We did miss that
taking
because...
that penny off the board. Huge.
Yeah, and I think that was also very much helped by the Lunar damage boost at the end there, but the Observer's terrible,
effort.
so missed all of that. And a couple of ults to work with. Oh, completely missed that. Who ults randomly like that? Not my fault, chat. Let's go back and watch it. Doesn't get anything from it, unfortunately. They did manage to play the terrain really well to avoid that damage, but there goes the rocket ult, trying to help them walk onto point here. They've got the invis to back up straight afterwards and the penny to hold it. So this looks like it could be a really good pressure push as Venom goes in. He's going to look for a pick. He's getting quite low. Finally snaps, gets the health burst and just swinging around this tree. Going to look for the supports here. Not going to get anyone for now. The penny dropping that ultimate. He's just going to stall at this point consistently. Trying to stall out the need for the invis ult. And there it goes. The Ultron ult does go over the top. The invis dropped straight away to keep everyone safe and up and running. But Dave gets a nice pick off with that Thor. The Moon over the top, not getting any value just as of yet. But these penny nets are causing so much problem for the Thor. Does get a nice ultimate kill though and finishes off the penny with that damage. Looking for the rocket, but this rocket is so squirrely on this point. How do you kill him? Just avoiding all damage and finally goes down.
Coming back in here, Penny taking an aggression. We're taking an early ult here from Spider-Man, getting a kill on the support. That is huge. Both supports are now down on Team Red. Oh.
And that's just a route from there. As soon as you get the first pickups on the healers, everybody else has got to back out. But he's not done yet. Spidey wants the Ultron. He gets the tracker, gets the punch, gets the other punch, and finishes off the kill. And this is the problem playing flyers into this hero. It's so hard to deal with. You get traced once, it's Betty bye-byes most of the time. As you see, we've got an invis ult to play with for this last push. It is getting close in percentage. We're 72 to 86. We got both support ults ready for the red team for this push in. No ultimates ready for the blue. So this looks like it could be a really good fight for the red team. That's why we see the Spider-Man trying to go for this Luna. Cannot get the kill. The clap is forced though. So just forcing cooldowns. As we look to Rao here for the Spider-Man. He has the ult. He drops it immediately. Gets the backline. Gets a triple.
Large ultimate. Pick from the Luna as well, going off, as well as the Venom. Following up the team, cleaning up as we've seen them do before.
They're going to have to pull really fast. 94. Oh, but the Spider-Man pulled to stop the portal. Someone needs to touch this point. They do manage to touch, so OT is there, but do they have enough? There's the rocket ult to try and keep everyone up. Ra gets another double. There goes the Moon Knight ult over the top. And the Lunar ult to stall the point. We still have a fight in this. Posh Dave with another Thor ultimate if they need it. And nothing available for the blue. This is looking really bad. I don't think Invis is going to be able to touch in time. And they are not. And that is a 2-0 sweep. Okay, so no bans. So as we get into it, thank you, Sylvian, for submitting this game. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, thank you. On the attacker's side, they get past this first corner, which can often be pretty difficult, as the Moon Knight gets a nice pick. 2 for 1 at the moment, as the Rocket's getting involved as well. He wants a bit of the action. Getting some damage, and the Cap going in again, but this, like, I mean...
Scars tearing it to shreds. It's tearing it to shreds.
Yeah, it just makes it look so easy.
Just takes that left click and avoiding that damage and those jumps, and down he goes.
And to be honest, I think
Adam going out.
I think the defenders are going to have a really hard time getting back in here. It's already towards the end. It's hard to get in through this very small choke. You can go above as the Iron Fist is looking to reset, but I don't think he's going to be able to touch the point in time. And oh, they are touching the point. Someone is. Sorry, can't find it. Oh, the Iron Fist did go back in. Sorry, the observing is work in progress. Does go down, but does stall it out a little bit. 5 minutes on the clock for the attack side after that first point. And Sylvian getting a good pick off with the Jeff there. Yeah, I think this is very common as well, you know, because sometimes you don't think about working as a team. You're just thinking about, oh, I need to get back as soon as. But this stagger can make it really tough. Nice kill as the Moon Knight got really aggro. Couple of ults to work with. There goes the Phoenix. Going to drop it on the backside, but the Cloak ult is already down, so not really going to get much value from that as the Cloak has protected everyone. They've got a Rocket ult to work with, and a Magic, and a Magneto, so a lot to play with here for the attackers to get around this corner as the Iron Fist Not the Iron Fist. Sorry, the magic in the backside does get a pick. Sylvian on the Jeff gets 1 for 1 as they go over the top. And the Cap is finally starting to get into this game. The Dark Child is popped. Cap does have their ult to stall if they choose to do it. But Akuma on this magic is in the backside on their face. The Luna then is forced to pop the ult. As the magic backs out, actually, she does keep the Cap up. But this is going to stall it out. Wait for everybody else to get back in. And maybe they can make a fight of it.
That's a beautiful Luna ult, really keeping blue team in the game. Without that, that magic was really taking advantage of that Cap. Almost seeing him dead, but he is thriving. Still had that ult online. Magneto looking for him. Not gonna find it.
And here goes the Iron Fist. Cheaper Town Hall in the backside. Gets one. With the help of the Adam, gets a second. Looking for the back. The Scarlet Witch just dips out. The Rocket is isolated on that right-hand side. Gets taken out by this Iron Fist as he looks to get onto the mag. Moon Knight is one. Goes down as well. And this is a really good push forward. This Iron Fist just getting in everybody's face. Doesn't really need the help. He's kept up by the Jeff on this backside with the Adam as well. And this is now the back out angle. They are in their spawn.
As well as we've seen the attackers, their healers as well. The Rocket and the C&D have been using a lot of their toolkit for damage, having that opportunity to kill people in the meantime. Because they know that they're staggered, and they know they have a wiggle room. That's a huge ultimate there, taking out 4 of them at once. All the healers included. Cap making this happen.
Yeah, that was a big Scarlet Witch ult. Just sneaks it around that corner, which is something we see quite a lot on this map, just sneaking it up and around that corner. But it worked out really well. And here goes the Dark Child for Akuma. The attack side of popping everything. The Magneto over the top with the Rocket as well. Mag gets 2. Picks off Sylvian on the Cloak and Dagger with that ult. Gets another pick off on the Adam as well. With Akuma just kind of sitting on this point, making sure none of them can get close. And I think they're going to get all 3. And there we go. A nice, good timing as well with 1 minute 44 on the clock. With the Mag being able to sit up front like this, put the pressure on that Rocket and help finish off that kill. The Cap is then completely free to just roam around as they like with this Iron Fist, who manages to get the magic way back off the point. And it's just 1 by 1, and it's isolation. And I think this is one thing that Dive is so good at and makes it so difficult at kind of any rank, but particularly I would say, you know, kind of diamond and below ranks. The isolation that you get from these divers and pinning people on their own, like you see this Rocket, it creates the one-on-ones or the 2v1s, and it's so much harder to then deal with without the support of your team. As the Rocket is playing around that rock really nicely. Survives for quite a long time, honestly.
He almost got out of that.
Yeah. I mean, that is, to me, that is the skill of a Rocket player, is how squirrely you are.
Yep, there's survivability for sure. C&D ult coming online. We're pushing past that. Famous said, nope, F that. I'm going right for where they're spawning here from. Ult online. Gonna see a Scar to the grave immediately. We're looking for an initial picks here. Coming in, the rest of the team's grouped up. We're gonna have to push back just a little bit. Cap is ready to rock though. Assemble online. Here it goes.
Yeah, and on the flip side, we see the Scarlet Witch here with their ult. I'm sure we're going to see that in just a second. The Magneto as well pops theirs. Unfortunately, doesn't look like they get any value as the Cap is pressuring this front line. And we've got the Cheaper Town Hall is ready, and there it goes. Immediately as we talk about it, the Loki dips out, tries to get out of there, but here goes the Scarlet Witch looking at the back, but they get around that corner, so she has to double back. Does actually get a pick though, which is nice, but is now being sent on by the Iron Fist, who is a menace on this pick, just going from hero to hero, picking off these individual 1v1s and just taking them down.
Very rare we see Iron Fist played in games nowadays. It's kind of refreshing watching a really good one with great positioning, really working well with his tank and making it really doable for him. I feel like Cap is really able to thrive on his own, but when you have that buddy there with you, it's just unstoppable.
Yeah, and a couple of nice kills there from the Rocket. Maybe a little bit of kill stealing, perhaps, but some really nice use of the damage. Because Rocket's damage is actually kind of crazy, but you know, you spend so much time healing that I feel like Rocket's underutilized that part of his kit a lot. As Cap going crazy in this backside. Again, just look at the pressure that the Cap's putting on. Meanwhile, the stalling in the backside from the healers. And Rage is like DPS rocketing at this point, holding onto this ult. I feel like they've had the ult this whole time. They've not popped in. They are full just DPS rocketing. And I'm guessing they're just kind of relying on the Luna here to try and put in the healing work. Because, I don't know, has he thrown a single healing ball out?
I think he's done a couple in between, but I really do think that this Luna is doing such a great job at having awareness on where her team is at. I mean, she's right there looking right at where that Cap is fighting. She's tracking him. I think this is a beautiful job by the healers right now. It's giving them the opportunity to have a little bit of fun while they're playing some comp as well.
Oh, good freeze.
Very nice freeze. I'm telling you, this Luna's cracked.
Great freeze to stop that. It's pretty common, and I think, you know, it is a little more difficult now with the move speed, but it's such a great counter to the Wonder ult.
And we're gonna find him. Defense answering back for sure.
Yeah, I'm Fist staying alive, trying to target the Loki, but can't quite get there. And I have my own opinions on Luna. I think she's been absurdly broken and is a poster child for the game. And the fact that she didn't get nerfed is so fucking ridiculous and got the craziest team up ever in 3.5. Anyway, ran over. Here goes Iron Fist. He's got the cheaper Town Hall if he wants it. There's a nice pick off from the Luna Clap as well. Both support ults are ready. There goes the cheaper Town Hall. There's the second try from the Wonder. Does manage to get the Luna. Revenge is had from the Wonder there, but only gets one. Instant pick on the Cloak and Dagger as soon as they go for that ult, and that's the power of the mag. So the amplifier drop from Rage here on the rocket, keeping everyone topped up. There is a Luna ult to follow if needed, and another Moon Knight ult that doesn't really feel like it gets the value that it needed to, as he gets picked off outside of his bubble.
Luna ult coming online for attack, taking that space, looking for that security in this push. Phoenix ult going down, we are gonna find somebody right out of spawn. We're taking out that C&D. C&D after that ult and that immediate Magneto ult right after was only left with their initial toolkits. They did not have really anything else to bring to the table. It's so smart to take them off early, stagger those healers.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna see a little bit of a rivalry here going on between the Luna and the Wonder, as we saw just then the Wonder trying to get on top of the Luna, trying to pick him off. Understanding that that's the job that they need to do here. They're going to stall it out. The Moon Knight is just sitting in their little cloak, not even doing any damage, just kind of sat there trying to stall out as much as possible. But there goes a pick from the Iron Fist. Gets one, looking on this backside, gets a second, or helps facilitate second. Rage on this rocket is still DPSing, and it does get them all the way with 28 seconds left on the clock.
Get that cart on its way. But seeing a little bit of pushback, but lots of damage from both sides. Hella looking for the back line.
Oh, but that ammo reload timing was so awkward. She had such a good position. If she could have double tapped, that would have been the kill for sure. But I do it all the time, just not checking that ammo. And again, this Iron Fist is making a complete nuisance of themselves. And there is no answer to this hero right now for the defenders.
Someone's got to look at him. Someone's got to start figuring out, how do we take this guy off the board?
And honestly, I quite like the Thor answer. I think Thor is particularly one of the better vanguards into an Iron Fist, because you can follow him as he a little bit as he tries to dip and dive, and you've got the burst damage to burst him down outside of his right click as well. So I think Thor is actually a pretty good answer. And there's the God of Thunder. Doesn't get any value, but does push them out of the way. As we see the pickups are coming on either side. But again, this double duo is kind of untouched. The supports go down on both sides. And it's left to the DPS and both support ults ready, as well as cheaper Town Hall. So I think this Hela ult is going to have difficulty getting value here. But maybe the mag in combination can work. And oh, what a pickoff. The cheaper Town Hall went off and an immediate takeout from the Hela. And that's going to be the go signal.
Ult's gonna try to salvage this for them. Try to ignore that Hela ult for now. The Moon coming down to answer for it. We want to pick, and we want it very badly. And we're gonna find it on the Luna immediately.
And that's a really good stall out in the end, actually. Yeah, just pushing them all back with the Moon Knight, big AoE, the Hela AoE, and the Cap could not sit and tank it. So actually a bit of C9ing. As we see the dive coming on in as the Cap is trying to pressure that front side. The Iron Fist is in Stranger's face. Stranger's going low, doesn't quite get taken out. The Hela is very low and does get taken out with a nice little pick from the Phoenix in the end. And it's a 1-for-1. Moon Knight gets the rebuttal on the Iron Fist. That's a big part of their comp gone. But there's the rocket res immediately to come back in.
The moon haunts
Again,
Moon
a
coming
very
online.
early Moon Knight ult, but I honestly couldn't tell you where that went because I could
I
not
think
see it on the
was
board.
behind him. I think it was right on the point itself. But either way, we are overextending just a little bit. We're taking off the board a little early, which could delay a significant push from our team here. Blue answering, pushing forward, taking that space, taking that advantage, so no one's off the board. And we're coming back with the red team ulting, trying to make up for that lost time.
Yeah, but a bit of a weird positioning from the cloak ult. Not kind of pushing forward up the ramp, but choosing to go to the right-hand side. Maybe scared of a mag, so wanting to look for the hide, but just a little bit further back as we see Luna popping their ult as well on both sides. Pretty simultaneously, actually, at exactly the same point, as we are going to look now when these are both down. Here goes Stick Drift, gets the pick on the red side Luna. That's big. The other Luna's ult was going as well, and then the ults keep flopping over. The Phoenix gets a pick on top of it. The Iron Fist has held on to theirs just in case. Is going to heal and look to pop that probably as the next attack comes in with the cap as well off the back of it. Is a good hold from the defenders. Nice Sakamoto, but the block from Mag was crazy with that shield.
Yeah, ready and oh, then Cheaper Town Hall coming online, taking advantage of this. Getting a kill right there the Strange, and we're not done yet. We're pushing through to the supports. I mean, he's a monster.
That is 4 off just back to back to back. Can he get the 6K? Is being targeted by the Hela. The Hela really wants him. And the Moon Knight ult is just dropped straight over the top as well to try and finish it off, but just nothing. Here comes number 5. Can he get a 6? Someone steals it off him. That's the Mag with a filthy kill steal, to be honest. As Stick Drift gets into the backside, trying to pressure the supports.
This is insane. We're back on the port. One pick going down after another. We're trading out here. Both teams fighting as hard as they possibly can. This Iron Fist is still alive, thriving, ready to put in the work. C&D ult online, hoping to take an advantage here from the red team. Luna going down. There's a kill there. Could potentially be game-changing with the one.
Yeah, they're all full
Rocket's
split now.
put in some work. Yep.
This looks like a full split from the defenders. Everyone is in different positions. Everyone is all over the place. So it looks like the attackers are just going to be able to walk this in pretty easily as they hold this choke point, make sure no one else can get in. Someone is trying to stall it. That's the Iron Fist trying to stall it. Looks like he's going to go down pretty quick, though, and doesn't decide to play his life. It is OT, so all you need is one fight, right?
Potentially gonna see a stagger here with the cap. Nope, he makes it back to his healers. That's really big. That stagger would have been a little bit unfortunate. We're getting that back in. We're having another respawn. We're regrouping on defensive side as attack rounds has been to the final point. We're gonna ult coming online early. We want to make sure that all of our team is ready to go with this thing, taking space.
Double ult drop, unfortunately. They do drop the ults at the same time, but what a huge combo over the top. The Phoenix drops as the thing slams the ground and keeps everyone in place, and Phoenix finishes everybody off, and that is a complete wipe to finish the game 5-4 with a beautiful wombo combo.
Freaking matchup there. I mean, what a unique team comp. That was like almost like a really refreshing game to watch, because you don't see a lot of those like team comps coming in and really thinking about it. And how often do we see an Iron Fist on the board that we have to really deal with? Not only that, an MVP Iron Fist that we got to deal with.
60 and 9, I feel, is pretty well deserved on that one.
Absolutely.
Looking
That
at
was
the
one hell
stats
of a
here.
game. Yep.
60 and 9 is pretty outrageous work from an Iron Fist. So this is a game from Cat. Thank you, Cat. As we lock in here for Midtown. This is a nice pick off from Patty. A nice double pick off actually from Patty. Probably looking for the ult here. Building up some stacks. There we go. Over the top. Gets another one. Gonna pop down. There goes the mag shield. She gets a double with that bow supports. And Patty on this Phoenix just single-handedly wins that fight, to be honest. Yeah, and interesting angle from the punny there on this backside rather than sitting it on the point. But we see the C&D Cat with this ult ready to go when needed. Probably looking to, well, there he goes. I was going to say something else, but there we go. Pops it, moving forward, getting into the back line. There's the switch into the cloak form. Switches back just to keep the healing up, but we've got another few ults here. We've got the Venom and the Mag ready to go. And here goes the Judge Jury Executioner from Lil Mayo, but instantly gets taken out. And this is one of the amazing things that you can do with Mr. Fantastic into that Punisher specifically. Using that shift on the ult, and if you keep it on his head, you can one-shot off the back of that ult and make it so that the ult becomes pretty useless.
A fabulous play, no pun intended,
Nice.
but not enough as
No
attack
pun
taking all
intended?
this
Was that a
damage.
double pun that
No
you just pulled
pun
off?
intended. I think I did.
That was a double pun. That was crazy moves. Mr. Fandabby Dozy, the Phoenix as well. Mag with the bubble, Mag with the meteor, and Invis as well for both sides. So we could see a bit of an ult dump here to stall out, but really nice focus firing from Patty. Nearly gets taken out as a result. There's the ult to keep her alive, and there's the counter ult from the Invis. This looks pretty good for Blue if they can stall it out, but watch for the ultimates after this goes. There goes Bong. Nails little Mayo on that Punisher as the group walls go up. And there's the combo we talked about, but not quite there. Flash does get a nice double. And here goes the flip side. Not going to get anything from that, though, as it's on all the tanky people. He's probably going to look to pop right now. There he goes, just to keep himself alive, actually, but then gets healed up. There goes Cat on the Cloak and Dagger as well, so both popped. The Loki does have theirs, so here he goes. He's going to pop his. The timing actually might be really good for the red team. They do double drop. No, sorry. The Loki does drop the Invis. Here goes the Judge, Jury, Executioner. Is he going to get taken out again? He's kind of aiming at his own team right now. But if he can make it through, there goes the Mr. Fandabby Dozy like we talked about. Getting in his face, trying to block him off, but he just swings around to the right. Finishes off that Venom, who's kind of caught out in no man's land. And this is going to be a nice push forward for the attackers. 2 down, you're just going to have to pull this back, and they're going to get down this ramp.
Spider-Man ult coming online as well as the Phoenix for attacker side. We could see Spider-Man looking for something sneaky here. Looking to take the supports offline as we are speaking. They are going offline. It's a wonderful ult. An immediate stagger on that. We want to secure this point, and I think that's a great way to do it. One at a time. We are
Patty
following
with a
attackers.
triple. Again on this
Wonderful
Phoenix. Yeah, great call out on the Spider-Man, getting that support outside of the Invis as well, making sure they couldn't get back in there and finishing that off. But Patty on this Phoenix with the counter ultimate to finish off 3 of them. I didn't see the combo with that, but it looked really, really solid. We got some ults.
3 defenses struggling a little bit to maintain the healing with this damage output that attacker side is giving us. Ult's coming online though, on the board, should satisfy us. I'm Brute! Answered with the C&D ult, counter that damage. We do not want Brute taking anybody to the trees, and he goes down.
Fortunately, a little bit late on that Invis ult, and I apologize for not getting the right hotkey. Tell you what, observing is not easy finding the right person. Respect to any observers out there. As we see the Mr. Fandabby Dozy in this small room is really nice, actually, because you're going to get much quicker bounces, but just misses the Punisher on that last one. So he might actually be in a bit of trouble here. He does have his cooldowns. He's going to try and build up Big Boy as he gets 86, 94, one more hit. There goes Big Boy. Can he stall it out? Flash over the top as well is helping him stay alive in this. He's getting very low, but the healer's on the back of it as well. Patty with another ult, trying to get some kills, but cannot finish anybody off. And Fallen just driving everybody back on this Venom, holding them in spawn. And this might be a full spawn hold if they're feeling a bit greedy about it.
Defense is not giving up a fight easy. Magneto going right for the Phoenix, not letting him return to spawn at all. We are in full spawn hold mode right now.
And even popping the Invis ult just to keep them stalled out here is crazy work. They really want to not let them get any purchase in this game. And here goes the Judge, Jury, Executioner around the corner. I guess really worried about this Mr. Fantastic sitting on his face. And then the Venom just dips out of dodge, and this is all going to be for nothing. There it goes. He held onto it for as long as he could here, Caustic, playing a really good game on this Mr. Fandabby Dozy, staying alive somehow all the time. Playing his life, getting that pull out. There goes Big Boy as we go back in with Cat on that Cloak and Dagger ult, making it really difficult for them to push in. The Spider-Man does try and ult, but can't get anyone as that ult was already down from the Cloak and Dagger, staying alive, playing their life and keeping everybody else up as well. The Phoenix is going to look to try and punish. Cannot get the kill, but is probably going to look. Oh, what a fade. Really nice fade to avoid that, because otherwise that was a dead for sure. Stays alive with another bubble cooldown. Cat playing their life so well here on the Cloak and Dagger and just soaking so much pressure. As on the front side, Caustic Soda on the Mr. Fandabby Dozy, getting in their face on the backliners who are trying to do the same on the red side. And here goes Penny.
Penny off to the trenches. We saw a little bit of a timing issue from the Punisher all coming around that corner. They had plenty of a time to escape, kind of regroup, and that was immediately off the board. I think that was a little bit of a downfall fall here from that team, but we're still managing to push, get up some space. Wonderful support ults coming through as well. This last push is going to be a tough one.
Yeah, we are in OT, so it is all or nothing. There is one ult available right now on Flash 1892, who has decided they might just sit in spawn instead. So looks like there might be a bit of a team issues there. Here goes the Judge Jury Executioner from Little Mayo, but then for some reason is immediately in their turret. I think that might have been a misclick there as the Phoenix goes down, and they do get it all the way off the back of it.
Did the Loki ult? That might have been Loki ult.
It might have been the Loki ult, which will make way more sense. That's why I shouldn't do this when I'm tired. All right. I forgot there was a Loki in the game. Good stuff. It's so hard on this first point. This is why we talked about the triple tank last time, but the flip side to this is you can also just have so much lane pressure damage with this double long range with Punisher Phoenix. They can just sit down this lane and just fire pommel damage into it, making it so hard to push up onto. With the Spider-Man in the back, keeping all of the supports and stuff in spawn as well. As we see Caustic Soda pushing their way out here a little bit. Trying to get on top of that Punisher, but gets very low. Needs a bit of love and healing here. And eventually goes down to a Loki right click. Oh, he knows the target.
Keeping an eye on. Here we go.
Good fade out. Fast reactions there from Cat. Make sure they don't go down to that, make sure they don't go down to the Spidey. Maybe looking for an ult timer here, but honestly, most of the team are already dead. He might still be able to salvage it, but it's probably best to back it off and reset. And that looks like exactly what they're doing. Paddy here on the Phoenix, taking out that turret immediately. Really nice use of the ult just to take out that pressure. As you see the rest of the defenders just securing that back line. Mr. Van Dabidozi is getting a bit aggressive here solo. So he's getting a bit isolated. And there goes the Groot ultimate. But there is healing over the top, so it's going to be for naught. As you see Fallen change into the thing. Going to swing into this back line. Going to pop the ult, and there it goes. A massive ultimate. Gets all of them. The Invis, though, does get the ult out in time. Flash gets the counterpart on Little Mayo. Thing does go down eventually. But the supports are keeping them in this game. As you see, the Spider-Man gets one, gets two nearly, gets the second as well to keep the defenders in this game and push back the attackers.
Unfortunately, saw a little bit of a double support ult there. Nothing really there to counter the Spider-Man, and he is taking advantage of every minute of that.
Caustic Soda with an ultimate as well if they need to stall out, and they're just going to sit in this front line. And here goes Little Mayo with the Judge Jury Executioner over the top, though. Really nice fade out from the Cloak to try and stall that out. The Mag does not get the finish off that, and here goes Flash on the other side.
Wonderful shield from the Sue there. That blocked that Magneto ult. That was really awesome from the defensive side. That was a beautiful shield.
Yeah, and on the flip side, Paddy just taking out that punny before they can get anything really done. And these group walls are making it very, very difficult to push in on. As Little Mayo getting pressured by a Strange just sitting in their face.
That's a huge pick from Strange. They needed picks like that coming in with the Phoenix as well. And the Mr. Fabulous ult is going to push them back just a little bit. Looking for kill in the Groot here. Going to find it. Cat with the sucky. We love it. Going to go down to the Sue though. Sue's fighting, going down into it. Let's go. Strange up in here. Getting some kills here. Making space for the team. We love to see that.
Yeah, this is when you run this kind of double shield tank like this, like Strange Mag. You can... Oh, wait 1 second. Is that... that's an Eye of Agamotto from the Loki who chose to copy the Strange. It could work out really nicely, but I think... Well, the rest of the team are there to follow up, so it does actually work out really well. Cat with the drop of the Cloak ult to try and stall them on this point. The Groot is very low. Finally goes down to the tick damage. The Mag is stayed up, of course, and they are stalling out as best as they can. To allow everyone else to get out here. And here goes the Agamotto, probably from Fallen. There it goes. There's the big drop. Is absolutely massive in the back line. Gets all of them. Takes the bunny out the turret as well. The drop from the Invis just to secure this. And they get point number one.
If anyone can do this,
I mean, the Strange swap, whenever this came through, it's just proven super helpful for them. Fallen coming in, kind of being a little white knight here. and giving them the space and the confidence that they needed. And now attackers is rocking and rolling. I mean, we have so much space to work with. Spider-Man's still lurking though, looking for these supports, being a little sneaky sneak. I saw that.
Stalling out the
there he
point
is.
as well. That's a good
Yep,
catch.
we're gonna
and
find
immediately
somebody
gets him,
too.
yeah.
Yep. That's a great stagger there.
That's what I need.
Well,
As
and
annoying as
before,
it
yeah, what I was saying about the double shield tank before is it allows Strange to just pressure high grounds using that flight and making sure that the, you know, this punny and stuff can't just sit on a high ground and lay down the damage, because you've always got this mag sat in the front side. And here goes the Winter Soldier trying to get some ult resets. Misses everybody, I think. Not quite sure how they missed all of the 5 Loki clones, but there we go. There's the Phoenix drop as well. Fallen gets a nice kill on the Groot, on this Strange. And this Strange switch, like you said, is putting in a lot of work right now.
Executioner coming through. Anything can happen here. We have C&D online to save the day. What a beautiful timing for that ultimate.
And then Mag coming in as well to make sure that the cloak can't get just insta-picked. Huge
What a
hook out of
wonderful pull.
nowhere. I don't know where that came from.
That was gigantic. I don't know where that came from either, but we love it. And it worked out really, really well.
They might be in trouble a little bit here, though. They've got to back out. With that cloak ult down, they don't have a lot left in the tank. They've got to miss the Fantastical if they need it. But the defenders are already back and ready with an Invis ult.
Beautiful pick from the Invis as well on that Bucky early on. They're forcing the stagger here from one of their DPSs that was proven to be a little strong and pull in and make it a little bit of a difference here. We're still going to be fighting, doing some pick damage, trying to not stagger too much as we're getting that respawn back in. Significant damage though being taken here from Team Blue. We have Mag call. Oh!
Double drop. There goes the Mr. Fantabulous.
That's hubby and wife right there. That's hubby and wife combo.
Top.
That's what that is.
That's so
awesome.
true.
That's fucking badass. I love that.
And Cap built up
Love
another
that.
cloak ult as well in the meantime. As we see Fallen here with another Agamotto ready to go. Probably looking for this left-hand angle to go up and over the wall. And to try and get on this backline. Might just go up and over the front side as we see a penny switch now from the defenders to try and keep holding a Cat there. Drops the cloak and dagger ult. Pressuring this backside. Moves back forward. Fades out. In the meantime, fuck me. The Spider-Man gets picked off. And Paddy with a kill. That is one healer down. Probably looking for an ult here to help deal with the shield. There goes the Moon Knight ult. Can they get any picks? The Eye of Agamotto in the backside gets another triple.
Large.
This combo, the Moon Knight pushes everybody back outside to force them outside of that area where Strange is ready and waiting with a beautiful Agamotto to finish them off. Sometimes you don't even see that in one above all lobbies. That was a really nice combo.
Like Attacker's side team is just doing a wonderful job at not only ulting at a good time, but combining it with our teammates and their abilities and their toolkits. I think it's a beautiful mesh of characters they have put together right now.
Yeah, I feel like the Strange put in a lot of work this swap, and it does get them to
Absolutely.
4 seconds on the clock. Skorga gets a nice high ground position to spam from. Is being looked at. The Moon Knight forces her off that high ground. As we see the Mr. Fantastic staying in their face, but a pick off from the Spider-Man on the Moon Knight could do wonders here to move the attackers forward. As we see the pressure being put on by the Spider. Nice kill there from Cat to finish off that Spider-Man. Keeping her team alive and keeping them defending.
Wonderful awareness on the Ankh there as well. I don't think if Cat gets that down, we do significant damage when they round that bend on our teammates. So that's wonderful awareness there. Those Ankhs can be real demonic if you leave them alone.
And a Moon over the top. But the Cloak ult is already down. That very early ultimate that we see so often from this hero, which is one of the reasons they can be so strong. Just stalling out that point and forcing it into the last bit of OT. They do get a few picks, though, on the attackers, so they could move this forward. Just trying to stay alive, play the life, fading out, keeping the team alive, and do really nice spacing to stay alive here as the Spider-Man jumps in, tries to get these picks. The Invis is being targeted pretty heavily right now. Does go down eventually to some Squirrel Girl spam, who is just throwing this shit down the lane, as we see Squirrel Girls do. Oh, it's a double. That's why. Okay, the Loki also switched to Squirrel Girl. So they are getting double nutted right now. Which I'm sticking to it. There's the Moon Knight. Doesn't get any value from that ultimate
Any
though.
reward from that? No, but the interesting Loki ult for the Squirrel Girl, they saw how impactful the first Tippy Tail was, and they said, all right, let's rip one again, and I love that. I think it's really working for their team right now. It's doing really good AoE damage to where we can really take advantage of that acorn explosion and just keep rocking and rolling. I mean, look how fast the card is pushing. We are cooking.
Yeah, and we're actually seeing the problem on the opposite side. I thought the attackers might not have the damage to get through this 2.5 tanks essentially, but actually I think we're seeing the problem on the other side. They feel like they're lacking damage a lot if this Moon Knight does not get insane value. And the Squirrel Girl is just shredding through these tanks. As here we go, Mr. Van Dabby Dozy over the top. And everything is being popped right now. The Mag trying to find a pick. Does get the Loki, which is a huge pick. There's the Moon Knight over the top. Does not get picks, but does drive everybody back to the bottom of this ramp. It is OT, so someone has to stay on this point no matter what. The group wall's making it really difficult for the defenders to get in here. The Moon Knight staying alive, hiding behind this point as the invis is dropped to keep the defenders here and try and push them back. And it looks like they do. They eventually push them back enough to get the point.
Ult that helped them really secure that point and get those initial picks and keep them off. What a wonderful stop.
This could get complicated.
For sure, skis.
And let's not underestimate the damage from the Phoenix here as well. This just constant. Oh my god, what a combo.
And there it is, seen right in action, just shredding. Gonna be traded out right shortly after the Moon Knight, but that's a fabulous early pick.
Yeah, a little bit aggressive, playing a little bit in front of the tanks there because, you know, I think we all do this. You see the low health bars and you just think, oh, this is it. I got it. As you see, Mr. Fantastic stalling out that front side. Does go down eventually. That is the problem when you're in big boy form. As you see, Cat, another early C and D ult and just popping it straight up into that back line. Looking good for the kills as the Venom dies in afterwards. You can probably finish these off. It's very tight. It's very close, but they are backed off completely. This is quite a lot of resources, though, so let's see if the defenders can come back in with the Squirrel Girl up. We do have a Moon Knight. He's probably going to be looking. There it is. Does get a pick. There's the Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Stampede gets the trade. Little Mayo finishing it off with the nut as well. And this is all going to be on the Squirrel Girl to try and stall this out on the for the defenders. There's the shield popped up as well from the invis. See, Squirrel Girl is completely ignored on the side here. Does get the support caught in that nut. Is Venom popping it. There goes the Groot ult over the top with Little Mayo as well. Dropping the nuts with that Groot ultimate. Getting the picks. And the attackers are in trouble. This Venom needs to stall out as much as he can. But it doesn't look like he's going to can anybody touch. And it doesn't look like they can. And the defenders win 4-3 with a great ultimate usage at the end to finish the game off.
That Squirrel Girl really made it broke that game. I mean, whipping that out and really doing all that damage. Venom was trapped and shredded almost immediately, and I think that really brought something new to the table and got them that win there with the Phoenix doing just a phenomenal job at damage throughout the game. That was
and Patty with a fatty. MVPing with 4. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, we should have been talking more about the Phoenix because good lord, 55k damage. 49, 28 final hits is some outrageous work on that Phoenix.
Cat, 75,000 healing is insane.
Yeah, that's pretty absurd.
That's pretty freaking baller.
Okay, that's double your teammates and nearly double everybody else in the game. You did more than
a lot of healing.
All of the other team combined by yourself.
I know.
That's actually crazy work.
What can we talk about?
What?
That's insane.
Yeah, that's some crazy work. Well, thank you for sharing that game, Kat. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think that's going to be it for today, folks.
Okie dokie, artichokies.
That's all, folks.